Brevo tutorial for beginners. We're going to learn this digital marketing platform from scratch. If you've never used a customer relationship management CRM tool before, don't worry. I'll walk you through everything Brevo has to offer, step by step. In this video, we'll cover everything from creating an account to navigating Brevo's dashboard, importing and adding contacts, designing, testing, and managing email campaigns, building sign-up forms, automating workflows, converting sales with the CRM pipeline, running SMS campaigns, making the most out of analytics, and how to integrate third-party apps with Brevo. Each chapter is packed with examples, on-screen demos, tips, and best practices. Here's our plan for the video. You'll find the timestamps right here so you can jump to any section you need. Oh, and a quick heads up. If you find this tutorial helpful and you would like to support me and my channel, the best way to do that is to sign up to Brevo using my link in the description of this video. Clicking my link doesn't cost you anything extra, and it takes you to a page where you can create a free account, no credit card needed. Thank you very much, and now let's get started. Clicking on the link in the description will bring you to Brevo's homepage, where you'll want to click Sign Up Free. You'll have the option to create an account using your Google account, Apple ID, or by entering an email and password. Once you've created your account, you will land on your home dashboard. Chapter 1. Dashboard Overview. The center of the dashboard lets you see key account statistics. This is called Home. For new accounts, you'll see 5 widgets. Prompts to add new contacts, create new marketing campaigns, or build an automation, your plan's usage, e.g. emails and SMS credits left, and a calendar that will show you active and scheduled campaigns. Your homepage will automatically change once you start clearing out the prompts. Click on Customize Page in the upper right so I can show you what I mean. This is where you can add and remove widgets to your home screen. By default, there's an expanded view of the calendar, a widget showing you your total number of contacts, plus new signups, and an extended version of plan usage. There are also 2 new widgets. One displays data from recently completed campaigns, and another shows recent automated emails. If you want to customize this page in the future, simply click Manage Widgets at the bottom of the screen. For now, let's exit this menu by clicking Cancel in the upper right. Main navigation. On the left side of the interface is Brevo's main menu. This is how you access each major section of the platform. The menu is organized by the core tools. Contacts. This is where your contact lists and divisions of those lists, segments, live. This is also the menu where you'll manage all of your landing pages and forms. Campaigns, where you'll create email, SMS, WhatsApp, or web push marketing campaigns. This is also where you can view your stored templates, look at and sort through all past campaign statistics. There's also a Settings tab where you can create a testing list, manage senders and domains, the email addresses, phone numbers, or WhatsApp accounts used to send campaign messages, and more. Automations, where you build automated conditional workflows. We will see more on this in a later chapter. Transactional, where you'll create personalized emails to send clients when they take a particular action, e.g. make a purchase or use the password reset feature. As always, you can monitor data from these emails under Statistics. Conversations. This is the live chat and inbox module. From here, you can configure the chat widget and respond to incoming chats or messages from Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp in one inbox. Deals. This is where you manage your sales pipeline, deals, and tasks. Meetings, where you will schedule and manage meetings with customers using Brevo's built-in meetings feature, Google Meet, or Zoom. Calls, a spot to make, receive, and manage phone calls. Now that you know your way around the main menu, let's take a look at the other menu you want to be aware of. Click on your name or your business name in the upper right corner to open a drop-down menu. While there is a lot here, we're only going to talk about 3 key features. Plugins and integrations. This is where you can connect Brevo for other apps, Shopify, WordPress, etc. Data feeds. Though outside the scope of this tutorial, this is where you can really personalize messages by pulling customer data from your business's other databases. Compliance. This will be covered in Chapter 8. However, in many jurisdictions, you're required to obtain a user's consent to send them a message and must provide an easy way for them to unsubscribe from your contact lists. Initial setup recommendations. Before we move to the next chapter, there are 2 things you should do right away. First things first, complete your profile. Click on your name or company name in the upper right corner. Click My Profile. Add your personal and business information. This information will need to appear in email footers for compliance reasons. Head back to the homepage. Next, you'll want to verify a sender email. On the left menu, click on Campaigns and select Settings. Under Your Senders and Domains, click Configure. The email you used to create your account will appear here by default. As you can see, my email is not compliant with the new requirements. Hover over the orange exclamation point by default and click Authenticate your domain and set up DMARC record. Follow the on-screen instructions to authenticate your domain. Head back to the Senders tab and hover over the other orange exclamation point to add a RUA tag. Once more, click the link and follow the on-screen instructions. Alright, now that you know your way around Brevo and have completed your profile and verified a sender email, let's add some contacts. Chapter 2. Contacts and Lists. Contacts are at the heart of Brevo. These are your subscribers, customers, and leads with whom you'll be communicating. In this chapter, we'll see how Brevo organizes contacts through lists and segments. I will also tell you how to add new contacts. Contacts. A contact represents a person's information, and you can view all contacts by going to the Contacts page. Each contact has a profile with various attributes, fields of data. You can create new attributes by opening Customize Columns and selecting Edit and Create Attributes. There will already be created attributes that are not being displayed on this page. Click Select Attributes and add the first name and last name attributes. Click Save at the bottom, and the updated list now includes fields for first and last names. Attributes are a great way to subdivide your contacts and craft narrowly tailored campaigns. Lists. A list is a static grouping of contacts that you define and target with specific campaigns. In other words, lists contain people with similar interests, e.g. newsletter subscribers, or demographics, e.g. age, address, etc. Lists are manually built. Contacts are added to a list either by you directly, importing or adding them, or by signing up through a form. You can add a new list by going to Contacts, opening Lists, and clicking Create a List in the upper right corner. Segments. A segment is a dynamic filter or subset of contacts defined by conditions. Segments in Brevo allow you to slice and dice your contacts based on almost any data, e.g. attributes, email engagements, amount of money spent in the last 30 days, etc. If a new contact meets the conditions, they'll be included. If a contact no longer meets them, they drop out. Segments are a great way to target specific users. Now that you know what a contact, attribute, list, and segment are, let's add some contacts. There are multiple ways to build your contact lists. Manual add. If you have just a few contacts, you can add them one by one. File import. For larger lists, import from a CSV or TXT file. Integration. Sync contacts from another app, e.g. Shopify, WordPress, via plugins. Sign up forms. Use Brevo's forms or landing pages to capture new contacts automatically into a list. We'll focus on the first here and cover forms in Chapter 5. Before we show you how to add contacts manually, however, I would like to mention that importing a contact list is easy. If your contacts are stored in a file, you can simply import that file under Contacts, and the data will be automatically integrated with Brevo. If you're importing from another tool, then you'll need to integrate that app with Brevo and follow the on-screen instructions. While a bit more time consuming than importing a file, it's not difficult. Alright, let's see how you can manually add a contact. This is useful to add yourself or a colleague as a test contact, or if you meet someone and want to add them immediately. Go to Contacts and click Create a Contact. A form will pop up. Fill in all the contact's information. You can also assign the contact to one or more lists right here. Click Create in the bottom right corner to save the contact. You can open their profile to verify attributes. It's that simple. Before setting up our first email campaign, here are a few pro tips for sorting and organizing your contacts. Don't over segments. It's tempting to create dozens of tiny segments. Start with broad segments such as engaged versus unengaged. Over time, you can refine. Clean your list periodically. Remove or block list contacts who consistently bounce or never engage with your contents. Brevo actually helps by automatically excluding hard bounces and providing tools to clean unengaged contacts. A healthy list with interested recipients will improve your deliverability and conversions. Now that your contacts are in and organized, you are ready for the fun part, sending your first email campaign. Chapter 3, Email Campaigns. An email campaign is a bulk email you send to a list or segment of contacts, such as a newsletter, announcement, or promotional offer. In this chapter, we'll go step by step through the process of creating and sending an email campaign. We'll also cover the email editor, personalization, and how to test and schedule your campaigns. Navigate to Campaigns and click Email. Brevo will prompt you to choose the type of campaign, either regular email or A/B tests. For your first campaign, keep things nice and simple by selecting regular. Next, you'll be asked to give the campaign a name. This is an internal name for your reference, e.g. July Newsletter 1. Name it something meaningful and descriptive. At this stage, don't worry about adding the campaign to a folder. Click Create Campaign. Now you're in the campaign setup screen. You have a few blocks to configure: sender, recipients, subject, design, and additional settings. Let's tackle them one by one. Choose a sender. We verified an email address earlier. That is the email address that appears here. Ensure everything seems correct, and then click Save. Pro tip: unless you're on a first name basis with your customers, you don't want to use your name in the name field. Instead, use your company's name. It'll be more recognizable to more people and improve engagement rates. Select recipients. Click on recipients to select the contacts who will receive the email. You have a few options. Send to lists segments. You can select one or multiple lists and/or segments as the target. Send to specific contacts. You can manually add individual email addresses. This is what I'll be doing in this video, as it's a great way to run a test campaign. The reach of a fully manual campaign, however, is very limited. Each campaign can only have a maximum of 10 recipients. For running a real campaign, use lists and segments. Don't send to unengaged contacts. Enabling this setting tells Brevo to automatically skip contacts it considers unengaged, even if they are part of the list or segment targeted. By default, unengaged contacts are those who have not opened or interacted with an email in over a year. You can adjust this setting by clicking the question mark icon, hitting the hyperlink, and making the changes. Note, if you do this, campaign progress will be lost and you'll need to re-add recipients. Click Save when you're finished. Subject and preview text. Next, you'll write your email subject line and preview text. These fields greatly affect your open rates. Subject. Enter a concise, compelling subject line for your email, e.g. summer sale, 20% off all items. Avoid spammy all caps or excessive punctuation. Preview text. This is the snippet that appears in inboxes after the subject. Add a short teaser here that builds on the subject line. Don't miss our hottest deals of the season. This is also a good place to mention personalization in email campaigns. You can insert attributes in the subject or preview text by clicking on the curly brackets icon. For example, let's include the contact's first name in the preview text. Make sure to copy and paste the message text first, then click the curly brackets, open the drop-down menu, and select first name. Let's rewrite the preview message to say, "Hey first name, don't miss our hottest deals of the season." Make sure formatting looks right before clicking save. Design the email content. Click Start Designing. Let's get started by selecting a template. While you can choose to use a template from Layouts, take a look at the template gallery to find more polished emails. You will have less customizability, but you will save time crafting your email. For this tutorial, I'll head back to Layouts and select Sell a Product by hovering over it and clicking Use Template. That will bring up a drag and drop editor. If you've ever used a website builder like Wix or Squarespace, then using the email builder will be easy. If you haven't, don't worry. It's intuitive and easy to learn. I'll give you a quick walkthrough of the menu and options. On the left side, open Contents. The first thing you will see is blocks like text, image, button, divider, social, etc. Click Sections and you will see a bunch of pre-made section templates. Whether we're talking about blocks or sections, you can drag them into the email. You can also change a block's content by clicking on it. For example, I'll click on Reveal Your Authentic Self. On the left side, I can adjust the settings, alignment, background, layout, spacing,
and more for the block as a whole. Clicking on the text inside the block, I can rewrite the text or adjust fonts, sizes, and more. Styles. This is where you can edit design choices, e.g. text, button appearance, and spacing, and have them apply throughout the entire email. This is also where you can set up your brand library, a feature that allows you to store your logo and brand colors for easy use. Aura AI is Brevo's built-in AI assistant. In short, it'll write catchy titles and whole paragraphs for your email. After selecting what you want Aura to write, simply give Aura a simple prompt and watch it go to work. That does it for the sidebar. Look to the top of the screen. In the left corner, you'll see the Brevo logo. That's a quick and easy way to return to the central dashboard. Next to your campaign's title, you'll see an undo and redo button. Then there is a little autosave menu that lets you access and restore previous versions of the email. Moving to the right, you will see two icons, the desktop and mobile viewers. Swapping between these two options will allow you to see how the email appears on both devices. Then there's the preview and test button, which should be fairly self-explanatory. We will see how to use this button shortly. Last but not least is save and quit, which allows you to save all your changes and exit back to the campaign editor.
We have a lot to cover, so I won't be able to walk you through the entire process of editing and customizing your email. However, take some time to explore the available tools and bring this template to life. Here are a few design tips before we move on.
Make the template yours. Insert your logo at the top. Click the image block for the logo, and after setting up your brand kit, import the logo. Use the brand kit to apply your color scheme throughout the email. Background, text, buttons, and images all need to reflect you and your brand. Personalized content. In the editor, you can insert contact attributes, such as those we used earlier in the preview text. For example, I'll click on Essential Gear for every adventure. You'll see the curly brackets once more and have the option to add a variable. Preview as you design. As we saw, the editor has a toggle for desktop and mobile. Regularly check both views. Brevo's templates are generally well optimized, but if you add wide images or a large number of columns, consider adjusting or hiding content on mobile. Overall, its drag and drop builder is friendly for beginners. You'll quickly get the hang of it and be editing emails like a pro in no time. Once your email content looks good, click Save and Quick to proceed to the next steps. Before we finalize and send, let's take a look at the advanced settings. At the bottom of the campaign setup page, click Edit Settings. This list mainly contains additional personalization and analytics features that are outside the scope of this tutorial. Still, now you know they're here. Now, before blasting a campaign to hundreds or thousands of contacts, always test it. Click Preview and Test. On the left, you'll see a copy of your email. Look it over with a fine-tooth comb for the slightest error. It can be helpful to use the preview feature on the right side. This allows you to select one of your contacts and view the email with their details already filled in. This is a great way to catch errors with dynamic, personalized content. One last thing to do before we send our campaign. Send a test email to yourself. Switch to the Send Test Email tab in the upper left of the window and set the recipient to the email you used to create your account. Click Send Test and check your inbox. With a real campaign, you'll want to spend time reviewing the email one more time, ensuring everything looks professional, and clicking on links to verify they direct recipients to the correct page. If something's off, go back to Design or Settings and fix it. Then, test again. It's common to do a couple of test iterations. Satisfied with your tests? Great. Time to send for real. Click Schedule. Brevo offers a few sending options. The first option is to simply click Send Now and the campaign will start immediately. Schedule for later. You can select a future date and time for the campaign to be sent. This is useful for timing emails to when your audience is most likely to engage, e.g. 10 a.m. on Tuesday, or if you're working late at night and want to send it the next morning.
Important note, date and time will automatically be set to your personal time zone. If you want to change this, e.g. to US EDT, you'll need to return to account settings and update it there.
Send at best time. This feature is currently useless, but in the future, Aura will send messages to each contact based on their past open times. Since I'll be sending my campaign as soon as possible, I'll set it to Send Now and click the button in the bottom right.
Congratulations, you have sent your first email campaign with Brevo. Now, it's time to create a sign-up form so you can start collecting new contacts. Chapter 4, Sign-up Forms. Growing your contact list is crucial, and Brevo provides sign-up forms to help convert website visitors into subscribers and ultimately customers. In this section, we'll cover how to create a sign-up form and how to link it to your Brevo lists. Brevo's Form Builder lets you create custom forms without coding. You can include fields for any information you want to capture, such as name and email, and when someone submits, their data goes straight into your Brevo contacts and chosen lists.
Open Contacts and open Forms. Click Create Sign-up Form to get started, and you will see options to create two types of forms: full page, embedded form. This is a form that can be embedded in your site or hosted on its own page. Brevo provides a URL. Pop-up form, a form that appears as a modal pop-up on your website. For this tutorial, let's create a simple embedded sign-up form for a newsletter. Give your form a name, like our email campaign. This is an internal name your contacts will never see. I'll name my monthly newsletter and click Create Form. Brevo opens the form editor, which is quite similar to the email editor. For example, you can click on a block to edit its contents, e.g. image or text. I'll click on the first text and switch it to Subscribe to our newsletter to stay in the loop. Now, look to the left, and you'll notice two tabs, Build and Design. Under Build, you drag blocks and fields onto the form. For example, I want to capture contacts' first names so I can personalize emails and SMS messages later, but I don't want to make it a required field. I'll drag attribute onto the form and place it above the email address field. By default, it is an SMS field and required. Look to the left, and we can change this by selecting first name from the attribute list. I'll keep the field size to a single line, and I'll uncheck placeholder and required field. We aren't done yet. Make sure to delete the attribute's technical name and replace it with first name. I'll also select the help text, delete it, and replace it with include your first name to receive personalized messages. I'll also click on the email attribute field. I'll remove the preview text by disabling placeholder and updating the help text to please provide your email address to subscribe. Alright, now click the less than sign next to attribute on the left side. Customer consents. If you don't have EU customers, then you don't need to worry about this next step. If you do, then pay attention. You'll want to add the GDPR field and GDPR declaration, found under Data Privacy and Security, before the subscribe button on your form. This will ensure you're compliant with EU laws and regulations. Switch to the Form Design tab on the left. This is where you can adjust styles, including fonts, colors, button style, alerts, and more. As always, spend the time to customize this form to make it your own. Add branding, your logo, adjust the color scheme, etc. Important: just above the form, you'll see the ability to toggle between desktop and mobile view. You'll want to do this throughout the form creation process to ensure everything looks correct on all devices. Now, click Next in the left corner to proceed to the next step. This is where you decide what list the subscriber will be signed up for. Since this is our monthly newsletter, the list should be monthly newsletter. Since that isn't a list, let's make it by clicking Create a List and naming it accordingly. Click Create a List to confirm. All set. Click Next. Next, you'll configure the subscription confirmation process. If you're in the EU or just want to dot your I's and cross your T's, you'll want to keep the default setting enabled. Double confirmation email.
After the form is submitted, the person receives an email with a confirmation link, which they must click to validate their address before being officially added to your mailing list. Not only does this take care of any potential compliance issues, but it is also good for list quality. If someone goes through the hassle of signing up and verifying their email address, then they must be interested in what you have to offer.
To keep things simple, make sure to use the default template double opt-in confirmation option. You can always improve its design later, like adding your logo and branding, but don't worry about that now. Click Next. This is where you can set form messages. Keeping the default messages will be fine, except for the success message. Make sure to thank your new subscriber and mention what they signed up for, e.g., thank you for subscribing to our newsletter. Alright, let's click Next to keep moving. Here you'll have two options to display your new form. The first option is the easiest, to copy or download the QR code and paste it on your website or social media accounts. The second option is to embed the form on your site using HTML. This is more complicated and something we will not cover in this tutorial. When you're all set, click Done to complete the process.
Every new subscriber who signs up using this form will be added directly to your Brevo lists, ready for your next email campaign or automation workflow. Speaking of which, now that you can capture leads, let's look at how to nurture them automatically with Brevo's marketing automation features. Chapter 5. Marketing Automation. Marketing automation in Brevo allows you to set up automated workflows that trigger actions, like sending an email or updating a contact, based on certain events or conditions, all without manual intervention. In this section, we'll see how Brevo's automation works, talk about a few common uses, and provide a step-by-step guide to create a simple welcome series workflow. Each automation has 3 basic components: an entry point, trigger, what causes a contact to enter the workflow. Examples: a contact is added to a list, a contact submits a form, a specific date occurs, such as a birthday, etc. Actions: things that happen to that contact. Examples: send an email, wait for a period of time, add to a list, etc. Conditions: optional logic to branch the workflow or check criteria. For example, an if-else condition or a wait until a condition, e.g., wait until a contact opens an email or wait until a specific day of the week to send the following email. By chaining these, you create a sequence. Brevo offers a library of pre-made automation templates for common scenarios. Here are a few common beginner workflows to try out. Welcome email/series. Send a welcome email immediately after someone signs up, and follow up 3 days later with helpful tips. Onboarding drip. If you have a product or service, send new users a series of onboarding emails over a couple of weeks. Birthday or anniversary email. Send a special message and a coupon on the contact's birthday. Abandoned cart for e-commerce sites. When a cart is abandoned, wait 1 hour, then send a reminder email. Now that we've discussed a few common workflows, let's create a welcome email automation together.
Click Automation in the menu and select Create an Automation. You have 2 options to choose from: use the editor or select a template. The editor works like the email and form editors. Everything is drag and drop. For practice, we will use the new editor. Click on it to open the editor. Let's get started by selecting a trigger for our welcome email sequence. First things first, select Contact is added to lists and drag it to the canvas. Select the trigger by browsing the lists. For me, I'll click Your First Folder and then select Monthly Newsletter 5. When that's done, click Save. Right after the trigger, we want to send the contact a welcome email. Under Messaging, drag Send an Email to the list. Looking to the left, Brevo will prompt you to either create the email contents from scratch or select a template. I'll click Select Template. Under Pre-built Templates, I'll open Ready to Use and set the category to Welcome. I'll go ahead and use the On Watch template.
Spend the time to customize the template. Add in your logo, replace the photos with ones related to your business, and add in a short thank you message. Adjust the color so it matches your brand, set up the button so it links to their account page, or give them a coupon as a thank you, etc. Pro tip: always test the workflow before activating it, using the preview and test button in the upper right. Use a different email address to sign up for the newsletter, and follow the sequence to ensure everything works properly. Switch between desktop and mobile to make sure everything looks right.
When you're satisfied, click Use this design in automation. You'll still need to set the subject line and preview text for the email. For the subject line, I'll simply use Thanks from GV Marketing. For the preview text, I'll use As a token of our appreciation, enjoy this 20% off coupon. Double check the sender's email address and name. When everything's good, click Save. Let's say you want to send a follow-up 3 days later. Open Rules and drag Time Delay to just beneath Send an Email. Set this to 3 days and click Save. Let's get a bit more advanced and add a conditional split after a delay. Head over to Rules and drag Conditional Split beneath the delay block. Let's add a conditional by clicking Add. Open the drop-down menu by clicking on Select a List or Segment. Open the list in question. For me, your first folder, monthly newsletter 5. Click plus add to add a conditional to this list. Select email and under done, choose email opened. With that done, click save conditions. You'll notice that there are yes and no paths. Yes refers to the conditional being met, e.g. the email being opened. And no means the conditional was not met, e.g. the email was not opened. Click save. If the email was opened, we want the sequence to end. That is how it is set up. If not, however, we want to send another email. So let's open actions again and drag send an email underneath no.
The sequence now reads as follows. If a new newsletter subscriber has not opened the email within 3 days, a new email will be sent automatically. All that's left to do now is add content to the second welcome email. Since we still have a lot of ground to cover, I don't have the time to walk you through this step by step. Use a template or build your second welcome email from scratch.
All right, with everything done, make sure to give your automation a name by clicking in the upper left corner. I'll name this monthly newsletter subscription. The automation is still in draft mode. Before activating it, run a quick test and double check everything. When you're ready, click activate automation. Once activated, any new contact meeting the trigger will automatically enter the flow. Important, you'll have the option to toggle a setting called allow contact re-entry after exit. In short, this means that a contact who has already exited the sequence can re-enter it. Since we don't want a contact to re-enter the welcome series, make sure to leave this off. Confirm your intentions by clicking activate automation one more time. There we go. The sequence is now live.
Setting up automated emails is an excellent way to get higher engagement because they're timely and relevant. Plus, they work for you 24/7, 365 once you set them up. It is hands-off customer management. But getting new leads is one thing. Converting them into paying customers is another entirely. Next, we'll pivot to Brevo's CRM features to see how you can manage deals and generate more sales. Let's click the home icon in the upper left to return to the dashboard. Chapter 6, Customer Relationship Management Basics. Brevo's CRM system lets you track contacts beyond just email campaigns, manage your sales pipeline with deals, and keep notes for follow-ups. If you're coming from tools like HubSpot or Pipedrive, think of Brevo's CRM as a simpler, built-in version that's sufficient for many small business needs. In this section, we'll cover what Brevo's CRM offers and how to use it for basic contact and deal management, including creating deals, pipelines, and tasks. Before we get started, let me walk you through a couple of terms you'll want to keep in the back of your mind. Deals. A deal represents a sales opportunity with a specific value, status, and associated contact or company. Pipeline. The visual board that contains your deals in columns, stages, reflecting your sales process. We'll see this in action soon. Tasks. Activities or reminders related to deals, such as call reminders, meetings, and follow-up emails you need to send. Tasks can be linked to a specific deal, a contact, or a company. Let's get into it.
Open deals on the left sidebar and click Start for free. I'll name my pipeline GV Marketing Sponsorships and click Continue. The default pipeline stages are New, Qualifying, Demo Scheduled, Pending Commitments, In Negotiation, Won, and Lost. These names can be changed later. Let's click Create Your First Pipeline to get started.
Let's keep it simple. Today we're going to focus on the basics, managing deals and tasks from start to finish.
Adding a deal. Suppose you have a potential customer, John Doe, who inquired about your service. Let's create a deal for that opportunity. Click Create Deal in the upper right corner, and a form will appear on the right. Suppose you have John's contact or company information, but he isn't in your system. In that case, you can manually add his information by opening the drop-down menus, clicking plus create a contact, and following the on-screen instructions. This isn't necessary, but it's a great way to store relevant information and add a new contact. Give the deal a name, e.g. John Doe Service Package. Set the stage. Since John already reached out to us, we took the opportunity to schedule a demo, so let's set it to Demo Scheduled. Amount is the value of this potential deal, e.g. $5,000. You can opt to add a closing date or keep it open. I'll choose to set a closing date at the end of August 2025. This is also where you can create a task. I'll set the task to do and name is create a 30-minute presentation to showcase the advantages of GV marketing for John's HVAC company. I'll set it due a week from today and click confirm. I'll reschedule the due time to end of the workday, so 5 p.m. Now that everything is done, click create.
The deal will not appear as a card in the pipeline stage we started with, demo scheduling. You can also drag that deal card across stages as it progresses.
Viewing and editing a deal. Click on the deal card to open the deal details page. Here, you can view all the information about the deal, including the associated contact or company, deal value, stage, creation date, upcoming due dates, and more. You can also view a recent history section at the bottom to see recent changes. In the upper left corner is a small but critically important menu. Here you can add notes about the project, send an email to John or a member of your team, create a follow-up task, and if you click more, you can upload a file, mark the contract as won or lost, and delete the deal. By switching to the History tab in the upper left, you can view all activities related to the project, as well as all notes, tasks, files, sub-deals, and conversations in one place. Keeping everything about the deal archived on this page will help ensure that your team and the clients have realistic expectations and know where you stand in the pipeline, what has been done, and what work still needs to be completed.
Now that you know how to manage your Brevo sales pipeline, let's talk about some tips and tricks for effective customer relationship management. Keep data updated. When a deal advances to a new stage, drag it immediately to ensure your pipeline view remains accurate and up to date. After a call or a meeting, jot a quick note in the deal or contact so you and your team remembers key points later. Use tasks as your to-do list. Each morning, check Brevo for tasks due or overdue. Customize deal stages and fields if needed. Every business's sales process is slightly different. Tailor the pipeline so it makes sense to you. Leverage automation in sales too. Brevo's automation can interact with deals, e.g. automatically create a deal when a form is submitted. Setting up more complex automations that interact with third-party apps can take hours, but it will save you far more than that in the future. Pipeline reports. Brevo offers a basic sales dashboard where you can view metrics such as total revenue in the pipeline, win rate, average time to close, and more. In the left sidebar under Deals, click on Reports. There are the Revenue Report, Sales Cycle Report, and Team Report, all of which contain valuable data for identifying pain points and refining your sales pipelines or team workflow in the future. Brevo CRM lacks the bells and whistles of dedicated CRMs, but its advantage lies in its simplicity and integration. You don't have to switch systems. Your email marketing and sales data are in one place. For a small team, Brevo is more than enough. However, Brevo provides much more than just email marketing. In the next section, we'll discuss how to set up an SMS campaign and get started with cross-channel marketing. Chapter 7, SMS Campaigns. In this section, we'll explain how to send SMS campaigns and import SMS compliance considerations. Brevo's SMS campaign feature enables you to send a bulk text message to contacts' mobile numbers, those stored in the SMS attribute of their contact record. This can be great for sending urgent alerts, promotional coupon codes, and even reminders, as SMS has very high open rates. To get started,
create an SMS campaign. Go to Campaigns, click Create Campaign in the upper right corner, and then select SMS. Before we can do that, however, we'll need to activate SMS campaigns. Click on Activate next to SMS. With that done, click on the SMS icon one more time.
Important note, Brevo uses a pay-as-you-go credit system for SMS. Click Usage and Plan to see if you have any mobile credits. If you don't, simply click Get More Credits. It is very cheap. For example, buying 100 SMS messages in the US costs $1.09. If you don't want to purchase any SMS credit, that's okay. I'll still walk you through the process.
Head back to Campaigns, SMS, so we can get started. Give the campaign an internal name, e.g. Fall Flash Sale, and click Create Campaign.
The steps to create an SMS campaign are much like email, but far simpler.
Enter the message contents. Click Create on the left to get started. You'll get a quick preview explaining how to add variables, e.g. names or birthdays, to personalize messages. SMS messages should be kept short, with a maximum of 160 characters. Brevo will show how many SMS segments your message will use. Each segment consumes a credit. For example, I'll use the following message. Flash sale. Get 20% off today only. Use code FLASH20 at checkout. Shop now. gbmarketing.com/flash.
Pro tip, don't add images or GIFs to SMS campaigns. There may be additional compliance issues, the cost per message will increase, and customers in rural areas or those with poor internet connections and or limited data plans will potentially get saddled with costs. Media is a great way to drive conversion rates, just not in SMS campaigns.
Under Options, you'll want to flip on Manage US Compliance. For the organization prefix, I'll do GV Marketing. For the unsubscribe instructions, something simple like reply stop to opt out is good enough. Alright, when you're happy with your message, click Save in the upper right corner. Select the sender and recipients. For the sender, use your company name, e.g. GV Marketing. You'll also want to set a toll-free number. Click the link in the pop-up right here and you'll be redirected to a new tab with a lengthy form. You must fill out this form before sending an SMS campaign. For now, I'll exit this tab and head back to Brevo.
Choosing recipients is much more straightforward. Select one or more lists or segments to receive this message. Only contacts with a valid mobile number in the SMS field will actually receive it. Brevo automatically filters out those who didn't share their phone number or have deactivated their numbers.
While you'll want to be very specific here, I'll cast a wide net so I can progress with the campaign. There's also a Don't Send to Unengaged Contacts button you can check. Remember, a contact is considered unengaged if they haven't interacted with your content within the past year. Checking this box is a good way to save money. If someone hasn't bought anything from you in the last year, then sending them a text message is probably a waste of funds. Don't worry about the advanced options. As long as you have spent the time tailoring your lists and segments and keeping them up to date, you'll be fine. With that done, hit save. With that done, all that's left is to send a test SMS to your number, and if that goes well, send the campaign now or schedule it for later. The SMS campaign scheduling system operates similarly to the email system.
Pro tip, you can be a bit more flexible with email messaging than you can with SMS messages for a simple reason. SMS messages are going to disturb your customer and emails are going to sit in their inbox. Never schedule an SMS message to send in the evening or late at night. Always send it during the day. At this point, you know how to gather new contacts with forms, sort those contacts into lists and segments, target them with email and SMS campaigns, and manage sales with the CRM pipeline. Let's tie it all together by making sense of the data. Chapter 8, Analytics and Reports. Brevo provides a variety of analytics and reports to track the performance of your emails, SMS, automations, overall engagement, and more. We have seen a few of these so far. In this section, I'll show you where to find key metrics for email campaigns and automation workflows and how to interpret them. Let's start with email campaigns. For each email campaign you send, Brevo generates a detailed report. To access an email campaign, go to Campaigns and make sure you're on email.
Find the campaign in the lists, e.g. July newsletter. Click the three dots and select Reports. This will show the stats such as delivered, how many emails were successfully delivered to recipients' inboxes. Open rate, the percentage of delivered emails that were opened by recipients. Click-through rate, CTR, the percentage of delivered emails where the recipient clicked at least one link. This is a key measure of engagement because it indicates the user not only opened, but also interacted with your contents. Unsubscribe rate, percentage of recipients who unsubscribed via the email's unsubscribe link. Those are the important metrics on that page. Click on Deliverability to bring up the next page of the report. This is where you can view the bounce rate or the percentage of sent emails that were not delivered. For a healthy list, the total bounce rate should be under 2%. If it's higher, that's a sign your list has many invalid addresses or deliverability issues.
There are two types of bounces. First is soft bounces. temporary failures, server issue, redirect to spam, etc. Brevo will resend soft bounces later. The second type is a hard bounce or permanent failures, e.g., email address doesn't exist. Brevo automatically categorizes these contexts as invalid to prevent future sends. A high hard bounce rate will hurt your sender reputation. Keep it low by using confirmed opt-ins and regularly cleaning all lists.
Open the Unsubscribes tab, and you will see the last key metric, spam complaints. In other words, how many recipients marked your email as spam. Even a small number is concerning. Repeated spam complaints hurt your sender reputation.
That's it for email campaigns. Let's take a look at automation reports.
For automation workflows, you can see statistics for each automation. Let's open the Welcome Series automation we built earlier by selecting Automations and clicking on the automation. Click on the trigger, Contact Added to Lists. On the left, you'll see a tab called Activity. Open it. Here you can set a custom date range and view the number of people who started and finished the sequence, as well as the number of contacts moving through the sequence. Look to the center of the canvas, and you'll see that for each send an email action, you can view the opens, unique clicks, and unsubscribes. Clicking on Access Email Report will pull up a slightly more detailed group of metrics. By regularly reviewing these and other data reports, you will learn what works best for your audience. Use this data to make informed decisions.
Next, we'll quickly cover how Brevo connects with other tools to wrap up our tutorial. Let's head back to the homepage by clicking the Brevo icon in the upper left corner and then clicking the Home icon. Chapter 9, Integrations. To get the most out of Brevo, you'll want to connect it with other platforms you use, whether it's your website CMS, e-commerce store, or other apps. Brevo offers a range of plugins and integrations to seamlessly sync data, including contacts, orders, etc., and trigger targeted campaigns. In this section, we'll outline where to find and set up popular integrations.
Where to find integrations. Instead of looking to the left sidebar, click on the name of your company in the top right corner. Near the top of the drop-down menu, you'll find Plugins and Interactions. Open this. Here you can browse through 75 official integrations. Adding any of this is simple. Select the app, I'll use Klaviyo, and I'll click Setup Integration. Give your integration a name, and follow the on-screen instructions. Other integrations, e.g. Shopify, WordPress, etc., will require you to go to that application first to adjust some settings. The on-screen instructions will guide you through the process.
If you want to integrate an app but it isn't officially supported, don't worry. You can use Zapier. That's outside the scope of our tutorial today, but I just want you to be aware of it. Congratulations, you've now got a solid foundation of Brevo. You know how to navigate Brevo's dashboard, import and add contacts, create, test, and manage email campaigns, build sign-up forms, automate workflows, convert sales with the CRM pipeline, run SMS campaigns, make the most out of Brevo's built-in analytics, and integrate third-party apps. Go ahead and dive in, experiment with these features, and make the platform your own. After all, as a beginner, the best way to learn something is to put it into practice. Refer back to the chapters of this tutorial whenever you need a refresher. Share this video or specific tips with your team so everyone stays on the same page. And finally, if you found this tutorial helpful, the best way to support me and my channel is by signing up for Brevo using my link in the description of this video. Thank you so much for your support. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.